Over its decades-long run, The Simpsons has built a reputation for predicting the future with eerie accuracy. From politics and technology to pop culture and global events, the long-running animated series has made several seemingly outlandish jokes that later turned into reality. One of the most famous examples remains the 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, which jokingly suggested that Donald Trump would one day become president of the United States. 16 years later, that satirical line became fact when Trump was elected in 2016, cementing The Simpsons' reputation as a pop culture oracle. The show's predictive streak extends well beyond politics. In 1998, the episode When You Dish Upon a Star featured 20th Century Fox being purchased by a division of Walt Disney Company. Nearly 2 decades later, in 2019, Disney completed its massive $71 billion acquisition of Fox, making the cartoon's gag a jaw-dropping reality. Technology has also been a frequent target of The Simpsons' foresight. In a 1994 episode, Lisa used a smartwatch to communicate, an invention that wouldn't exist in the real world until smartwatches like the Apple Watch appeared 2 decades later. Similarly, the show predicted autocorrect errors in 1994, long before smartphones made them a daily frustration. In 1995's Lisa's Wedding, viewers saw video calls and virtual assistants that resembled modern-day Zoom meetings and Siri. The same episode hinted at the construction of London's skyscraper, the Shard, showing a building that looked remarkably similar 14 years before its completion. The writers also envisioned innovations like robot librarians, faulty self-driving cars, and even the rise of virtual reality entertainment, all now parts of everyday life or in active development. Entertainment itself hasn't escaped The Simpsons' uncanny gaze. A 2015 Game of Thrones-inspired episode titled The Surf Sons included a dragon attack eerily similar to the fiery rampages seen in the final season of HBO's Game of Thrones years later. The show also predicted the winner of the Super Bowl multiple times, including a 1992 joke about the Washington Redskins that later came true. Another episode, Lisa's Sax, mentioned a future where the United States faced a deadly virus originating in Asia, paralleling the COVID-19 pandemic decades later. The series has even touched on business and science with startling precision. In a 2010 episode, Homer accidentally discovered the Higgs boson equation, years before physicists confirmed the particle's existence. The Simpsons also showed faulty voting machines flipping votes, which became a real concern during later U.S. elections. In 2013, an episode depicted Greece's financial collapse, foreshadowing the country's economic crisis 2 years later. While many of these predictions might stem from coincidences or clever writing inspired by social trends, their sheer number has earned The Simpsons an almost prophetic status. With more than 3 decades of cultural commentary, the series continues to blur the line between satire and reality, proving that sometimes life really does imitate art. Fans now watch new episodes not only for laughs, but also to see what future twists The Simpsons might unintentionally foresee next.